Let's begin by looking at bees. These tiny winged creatures are truly fascinating, especially when seen through powerful microscopes like the HRX01. This microscope can zoom in at 20, 40, and 80 times magnification. Next, let's examine a pair of headphones under the microscope. When was the last time you gave yours a good clean? Is it okay to drink river water? Experts warn that doing so can lead to diseases like cholera and botulism. Looking at a water sample under the microscope shows some unsettling inhabitants. Water from nearby ponds is also full of interesting finds. That green thing is algae from the genus Phacus. That yellow one is also algae, but from the class Chrysophyceae. The third image is of a Daphnia, or a water flea. Then there's Spirogyra algae, followed by flatworms from the family Dalialidae. The sixth image shows a rotifer from the Testudinellidae family. And lastly, there's a crustacean from the family Chidoridae. Brazilian artist Pedro Machado cleverly explores scale in his animation project Super Zoom, diving into the realm of subatomic particles. The maker of this video invites us to watch the crystallization process of Himalayan salt. Do you get a tingling feeling on your tongue and lips when eating pineapple? Scientists have found the reason. It's because of these tiny needle-like structures called raphides, which are basically calcium oxalate crystals. Under the microscope, they look like needles, poking cell membranes and causing that tingling sensation. Using hot water, a Sony a6300 camera, and several lenses, the creator clearly showed the process of a pill dissolving. First, let's take a look at sad tears under the microscope. And then, let's see what happy tears look like. Which do you find prettier? Share your thoughts in the comments. Scientists are still figuring out the evolutionary process that shaped our eyes. Meanwhile, let's appreciate the intricate design of the eyeball up close, which looks almost like something from outer space. Cadmium, nickel, arsenic, and these other ingredients. You never know what you might find hidden in cigarettes. Even ordinary matches can be fascinating when seen like this. One video uses a Panasonic G7 camera with a lens kit, including the Olympus M Zuiko 60mm. Onion cells are easily seen at just 40 times magnification. However, spotting their nuclei takes a bit more work. You'll need 100 times magnification and a staining agent to make them visible. Let's take a close-up look at tea bags. To help with this, we have a Sony 51.8 lens, a Sigma 70-300mm lens, and two Marumi Plus 5 lenses, all held together with good old electrical tape. Ever wonder what secrets are hiding in your cat or dog's fur? Let's find out by looking at it under 200 times magnification. Now it's time to examine sand from 6 different places. Here they are, from left to right. Huron, Ohio, USA, Honolulu, Hawaii, USA, United Kingdom, Italy, Waren in Germany, and Washington, USA. Here's something a bit different. Objects like glass marbles and candies are clamped in a vise, and then the camera zooms in to give us an ASMR-like experience. Here's a question for banana lovers. Can you just cut out the slightly rotten parts? This video experiment gives us a clear answer. If the pulp is black, it's better to throw the whole banana away. Watermelon under the microscope looks like a piece of abstract art. With some creativity from the cameraman and a Sony RX100 M4 camera with macro lenses, we can see up close how soap bubbles act in freezing temperatures. Interestingly, physicists in the United States found that ice crystals swirl on the surface of bubbles due to the Marangoni effect. In simple terms, the heat given off during freezing causes this reaction. See the surprising mix of isopropyl alcohol and pond water. fig lovers might want to skip this clip. With a good macro lens, like the Moment, you can explore an oily universe. The first video shows oil-based cosmetics, while the second reveals oil droplets in water. It's time to put a finger under the microscope. You can see the unique ridges that make up our fingerprints. Scientists often use zebrafish to study how vertebrate embryos develop. This is because their embryos go from egg to larva in just 3 days. This video shows this process sped up. This tiny organism is called Ophiroglena. It lives in fresh water and has a complicated life cycle with many stages, each very different from the last. Did you know that dust mites aren't insects, but actually arachnids? They live not just in furniture, bedding and carpets, but also in books. Not the most pleasant roommates, right? Here we have a queen of the Hercules ant species. Thanks to its 100 times magnification, the microscope shows its unique features in detail. If a tomato has a bit of mold, can you cut off the bad part and eat the rest? Well, no, because the fungus has already spread throughout the fruit. This video clearly shows why it's a bad idea. Talking about food, let's see what flour infested with mites looks like under the microscope. Scientists figured out that in 2023, people aged 16 to 64 use their smartphones for an average of 6 hours and 37 minutes daily. It's amazing to think that all that content is displayed using subpixels of just 3 colors: red, blue, and green. This video of instant noodles caught people's attention and racked up over 33,000 likes. Next up, we're looking at stemonitis, a type of slime mold. These organisms are similar to amoebas. Sweat is actually 98% water, but the remaining 2% contains all sorts of things. From hormones to cholesterol, the list goes on and on. Looking at sweat under the microscope with 1200 times magnification is surprisingly interesting. Mosquitoes look truly creepy under the microscope. Lice under the microscope look like something out of a scary science fiction movie. Our fingernails and toenails are made of a protein called alpha-keratin. Their shine and flexibility come from layers of fat and water. Spiders are also intriguing to study under the microscope. First, let's see the hatching of the Parasteatoda tepidariarum, or common house spiders. Their cocoons usually hold 150 to 200 eggs. In the second clip, a female wolf spider carries her young on her back. Depending on the species, she can carry up to 100 babies. After filming this, the cameraman saved the spider from a water trap and set her free in a garden. This 4K 2160p video explores various types of paper, such as paper towels, printer paper, cardboard, toilet paper, tracing paper, wrapping paper, and several banknotes. Next, let's watch the rusting process, which in this case took 2 days to unfold. Next up is saliva. When viewed at up to 400 times magnification, it shows many interesting details, like tiny air bubbles. The Panasonic G7 camera is back. This time it's here to record how snow melts. We've already seen human saliva up close. Now it's time to check out dog saliva. Dandruff is basically dead skin flakes. That's what we're looking at under the microscope now. Next, let's examine niacin, also known as nicotinic acid. The video captures it at magnifications ranging from 100 to 400 times.